Hello and welcome to another session with Move With Us Physio and Pilates. Again, we're here in New Zealand in another stunning background. So today you'll just need your mat and some little weights if you've got them. So the little wrist weights, or if you've got some hand weights, or even tins of beans, that would be good. We're going to work a lot in side lying, 4-point kneeling today, working through our arms and around our hips, okay? So just make sure you're safe to exercise and we'll crack into it. So I want you to come into your 4-point kneeling for me. And as you can see in the wild, getting the mat flat's usually the hardest thing. But we'll start with a little bit of a warm up. So hands underneath your shoulders there for me. Knees are hip width apart for me. Breathing in, outward breath. You're just going to roll up through the spine, tuck your head underneath, and then arch the back. Can't remember if I said, but I'm about 33 weeks pregnant. Time's flying by now. So it's going to be nice and easy, pregnancy friendly. If you get any pain with any exercises, just stop doing them. But just a nice little cat-cow stretch. Opening up, tucking the head underneath, pushing the shoulders away, lifting the head, arching the back. Good. And then just come back into your 4-point kneeling. A little bit of core activation, pelvic floor. So push your hands and feet into the mat, draw up through the pelvic floor and the core, and then relax. Try and connect with your breath, breathing out as you push into the ground, into the earth, and then relax. Draw everything up, scoop up, wrap around the baby, keeping the chin tucked, shoulders squeezed, shoulder blades back and down, away from the ears, and just push the feet, connecting with the core. 2 more. Last one. Good, and then we're just going to do a little bit of threading the needle. So just drop that left hand underneath, flick up to the sky or the ceiling, bring that back up, rotate up to the sky. Yeah, and just a little bit of openers, reaching through and then up to the sky, dropping that shoulder down. Smells delightful for me, so that's coming down. I think this is rosemary that I'm surrounded by. It smells divine. Good. Then just change sides for me. Drop that hand underneath and then rotate it up to the sky. Dropping underneath, rotating to the sky. Good. Last 2. Last one. Good. Right, we're going to come down onto our sides here then for me. So you're just going to make sure that your hips are stacked, knees are stacked, feet are stacked. Again, we're just going to go do a little bit of a warm up first of all. So you're going to make sure that your head is supported, and first of all we're just going to open up the upper back a little bit. So breathing in for me, outward breath. Just going to go for big circles around and down. Just opening up through that upper back, using your breath. Start to connect with the core and the pelvic floor as we rotate around and back. Reaching that around like a big circle, and then back to starting position. Good. Last 2, reaching up and around and back. Good. Last one. Perfect. Going to work through our arms a little bit now, so make sure that you're stacked, your head is supported so that your spine is in line. Going to push that top hip down towards your heels, so you've got a little lift in the side there, so you're activating through the side. Breathing in for me, outward breath. You're going to draw up through the pelvic floor, scoop it up, wrap the baby into the belly back of the spine. Breathe in, relax it down. Breathe out, scoop everything up. Breathe in, relax it down. Let's go for 4 more. Just a little bit of activation there. And we're going to start to bring in a little bit of our arm movements then. Scooping up the pelvic floor, relax it down. Right, keeping that position there for me, we're going to let that left hand just float up in line with the shoulder as you drop through the core pelvic floor. Breathe in, just drop it back. Using the weights, okay? So working through those small little muscles in the shoulder. Keeping the collarbones nice and wide. Reaching that up in line with the shoulder. Keeping the shoulder back. Scooping up through the pelvic floor and the core as you lift to shoulder height. Breathe in as you bring it back. Good. Working all those little muscles around the shoulder. Nice. Breathing out to lift, scoop everything up, in to come back. Let's go for 2 more. Reaching up in line with the shoulder, relaxing back. Last one, we're going to hold it up there. We're going to go for little circles. And as we do the little circles, I want you to think about really squeezing that pelvic floor up for 5 really quick squeezes, keeping all the muscles around the shoulder going. So we're going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax the pelvic floor down. Then we're just going to bring that elbow down in by your side. Reach it up to the sky. Good. Working through the shoulder blade. Breathe out as you reach to the sky, draw up through the core. Breathe in as you bring it back. Breathe out as you reach to the sky, squeeze the shoulder blade. Squeeze it in towards the middle of the spine as you bring it back. Good. 3 more. Elbow in by your side, reaching to the sky. Nice. Reach to the sky and bring it back down in by your side for me. Squeezing the shoulder blades. I want you to just bring the palm of the hand down towards the bumps. And then reaching up to the sky, working through those little small rotator cuff muscles. Breathe in as you bring it down, out to lift, scoop the pelvic floor up, wrap the tummy muscles in and around. Good. And we're going to go for 5, 4, good, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Give those shoulders a little shake off there for me. And we're just going to pop that hand then onto your left hip there for me. Make sure you're lifted through the side. You're not relaxed into the mat there for me. Going to work through these little small muscles in the glute there. So we're going to start with your clam first of all. So heels are together, knees are together, looking down. They should be in line with your eye line. Heels are in line with your bum. You've got that side lifted. Breathe in, outward breath, lift the top knee away, keeping the feet together. Breathe in as you bring it back. Scoop up through the core. As you lift, relax as you come down. Just waking up all those little muscles around that hip. Good. Nice, good job. Keep it lifted. And we've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep it there. We're going to lift the whole leg. And we're going to squeeze through those muscles in the hip. Keep it lifted in the side. Scoop the pelvic floor up in the core as you lift. And we're going to go 5, 4, 3. Your bum's probably screaming at you. 2, 1. Hold it up there for me. Going to bring that knee down and then back up. Bring it down to meet the other knee. Back up. Keeping that parallel. Working those little internal rotators for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep it there for me. Back up just in line with your hip. You're going to push down, squeeze the bum, bring the knee back up. Draw those tummy muscles in. Scoop up through the pelvic floor and the core as you push away for 5, 4, nearly there, 3, Good. 2, 1. We're going to hold it there, out nice and straight. Turn the toes down to the mat. You're going to tap the toes down and lift for 8, 7, 6, nearly there. Keep it lifted through the side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Give that a little rub off there. That will be sore, but that's what you want, that little muscle screaming at you. Brilliant, good job. Right, we're going to come then up onto our elbow here then for me, and we're going to work through a little bit of our side plank clam. So make sure that your shoulder is in line with your elbow here, and you've got nice wide collarbones, and you're lifted through the side, and your spine's in line. Breathe in, outward breath. Draw the tummy muscles in. Try and float those hips up off the mat. Breathe in as you come down. Breathe out to lift. Draw the tummy muscles in. Breathe in to come back. Wrap up around the core. Relax it as you come down. And we've got 5, 4, good, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up there for me for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back down. We're going to combine the clam and the side plank now, working these little muscles around the hips again. So as we hover the hips, we're going to lift that top knee away and then bring it back. And we've just got 5, 4, 3, 2. Good job, last one. Lovely, give that down. Push up there for me. Give that neck a little shake off there. We're going to still be staying in our side lying position here. Going to bring our hand, make sure it's in line with the shoulder there for me. We're going to reach that left hand so it's in line with that wrist for me. So you should be able to look straight up and see the thumb. We're going to then just drop that elbow down, working through the triceps. Let it come the whole way down and then push back up. Keep the core nice and switched on. Keep the shoulder blades squeezed and just work through that tricep. And we're going to go 5, 4, good job, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up there for me, extend. Then we're going to just work through a little bit of our book openers. Bring the left hand down to the right, and then reach up to the sky, lift up through that side, follow with your eyes. Breathe in as you come down, scoop up through the core, pelvic floor to reach up, working through those obliques. Good job. Reaching to the sky. Good. And we've got 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Come back up there for me. Give that a little shake off there with the shoulders. And then the last one in this position for me, just going to make sure that your feet are tucked, and we're just going to push up, open up, reaching right up, and then back down. Just going to go for 5. Reach up to the sky, lift those hips. 4, 3, 2, squeeze the bum as you lift, draw the tummy muscles in. 1, good. Come back up there for me again, just stretch off through that neck. Give that a nice little stretch off there. We're going to come into our 4-point kneeling there for me then before we work the other side. So just make sure that your hands are in line with your shoulders for me. Knees are in line with your hips. You're just going to work through the arms a little bit again here for me. So breathe in for me, outward breath, scoop the pelvic floor up. Going to float that left elbow up by the side. And then extend, working through those triceps and back down. Getting that back nice and strong for lifting those little ones. Draw the tummy muscles into lift and then extend into a full tricep. Good. Last three this side. Keep it pushing out of the shoulders. Keep the chin tucked in. Keep the neck nice and long. Last one. Good. Switch sides for me. Hand, weight into the left hand. Reach that right elbow up by your side. Extend back. Bring back down. Scoop up through the core as we extend. Breathing out to lift. Into lower. Wrap up around those babies. Good. 3 more. Good. Last 2. Last one. Perfect. Both hands back down onto the mat for me. We're going to go for those little tricep dips. So drop the elbows down. Move with the elbows. And then push back up. We're just going to go for 8. Keep the shoulders squeezed. 7. 6. 5. 4. Wrap up around those babies. Squeeze the core. 3. 2. 1. Good. Come back into your child's pose there for me for a nice little stretch. Let the bumps come through the center. Breathe through. Good job. Now we're going to come on to that other side that we haven't worked yet, okay? So just come right down onto your side there for me. Make sure again, same setup position. Hips are stacked, knees are stacked, feet are stacked. I'm going to use your bottom hand here as your pillow for me. We are going to just reach that top hip down towards that heel, so you've got that little lift in the side. And we're going to start with our just nice big round the world. Follow with your eyes. Start to connect the core, pelvic floor as you're reaching up and around. And just follow with the eyes. Keep the hips stacked. Reaching around for 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Okay, now we're going to work through those little small muscles in the shoulder again there for me. So, going to have that hand just in line with that hip for me. So right hand in line with the right hip. Going to make sure you're lifted through the side. You're not just relaxed into the mat there for me. You're going to start to connect the core, pelvic floor as you float that hand up to the sky. Keep it in line with the shoulder. Keep the shoulder blades squeezed. Breathe in as you bring it back. Float it up to the sky in line with the shoulder. Keep the shoulder squeezed. Good. Draw up through the core. Wrap around the babies as you lift. For 5, 4, 3. Good. 2. All those little muscles around the shoulder. 1. Hold it up there for me. I'm going to bring the elbow down by your side. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Reach to the sky. Breathe in as you come down. Out as you come up. Wrap up around the core. Good. And we're going to go for 5, 4, 3. Good. 2, 1. Hold it down there by your side. Shoulder blade down towards your back pocket. We're going to bring that hand down towards the bump and then lift it up. Breathe in as you lower. Breathe out to lift up. And we've got 6. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Give that shoulder a little shrug off there for me. and then we're going to reset for around our hips then. So just make sure that you've got that lift in the side again. Your heels are in line with your bottom, your knees are together there. Pop your hand on your hip then for me. Breathe in for me, out with breath. We're just going to lift that top knee away, working through those little small muscles through the hip, scooping up through the pelvic floor and the core as you lift, and then relax as you come back down. Working all those little glute med min, and you'll know it'll start to scream after a few. So we'll go 4, 3, 2, 1. Then we're going to lift the whole leg, keep it in line with the hip, squeeze the bum. We're going to go 8. Squeeze the pelvic floor up to lift, wrap around the tummy muscles. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up there for me. Bring the knee down, wrap it back up, and we've got 8. Good. 7. Good. Knee down, keep it in line, heels high. 6, 5, 4. Good. Keep going. 3, 2, 1. Hold it there. Flex the foot towards you. Kick down for 8. Keep it lifted. 7, 6. Nearly there. Come on, keep going. 5. Why are we so sadistic, people say, but it's good. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it there. Toes down, and we're going to bring them down to the mat and lift for 8. Keep that kind of in line with your hip there. Imagine the seam of the trouser. Good. And we've got 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Bring that down. Give that a little rub there for me. Woo, on fire. Come up into your half plank there for me. So knees are bent, heels are in line. Give your neck a little round kind of stretch off there for me. I'm going to start with those side planks then. Hand onto your hip again there for me. Breathe in, outward breath, draw the tummy muscles in, float the hips off the mat. And we're going to go for 8. Scoop up through the core, pelvic floor as you lift. Wrap around those babies, keeping that head in line with the body. Good. And we've got 5, 4, pushing out of the shoulder. 3, 2, 1. Hold it up there for me for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back down there for me. Just going to finish with 5 side plank clams. You're nearly there. So lifting that top knee away as you hover, float the hips for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Push right up there for me. Little circle around. Give those shoulders a little shrug off there for me. Stand up nice and tall there for me. We're going to make sure that your hands in line with your shoulders. You're lifted through the side, opening up those sides. They'll be starting to compress, and taking a deep breath is getting quite hard, isn't it now? So we're going to then just drop that elbow down, let the whole body come down, and then push away. Move with the elbow. Keep the spine in line. And we've got 5, 4, 3, good, 2, 1, hold it up there for me, float that up into the sky for me, looking up at the fingertips. We're going to bring that down to the left hand and then reach to the sky. Breathing in as you come down, breathing out, scooping up around those babies. Good. And we've got 4, 3, 2, 1. And And then just hold it there for me. I'm just going to try 5 little lifts of the hip there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Come back down there for me. Give those shoulders a good shrug off. You've worked those really hard today. Good job, everybody. And then we're just going to come into a few little stretches there, mainly for our glutes and for our shoulders. So I want you just to drop down into child's pose, but feed that left hand underneath. And just go for 3 nice big deep breaths. Make sure you've got enough space there for the bumps just coming through. Breathing in through the stretches. And then just to the other side, left hand out, feed the right hand underneath. Look that direction, breathe for me. And then if it's comfortable, we're just going to go into a bit of pigeon pose, stretch off those glutes. So bring that foot forward and just stay up nice and tall, because the bumps won't really let you come forward much. But just get into a nice stretch, feel it all around that hip. If that isn't comfortable for you, just do your figure 4 stretch. And then switch sides for me. Just coming into a little bit of that stretch, keeping up nice and tall. Big breath in through the stretch. Good job, everybody. Then just a nice stretch through the front of that chest and rocking that neck side to side. Nice. Good job. If you could give a like, share, follow. Any questions on Instagram, and have a lovely day.